Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Wildboy789789, and today we're going to do another MMA kickboxing video, and I'm going to show you how to punch. So, first thing you want to do is keep your hands up, and try and think about defense. You know, this is how you're going to block your punches. And then the first thing we're going to learn is the jab. So, get your distance to about where it's just pushing into them a little bit. And you're going to turn your body that direction. Go ahead and do 10 of those. All these punches you want to hit on the jaw or on the cheek, right by the jaw. So that's your one. Then your two is going to be switching over. Keep your legs the way they are with your left foot forward and your dominant hand and foot back. And you're going to turn and do that 10 times. Good. Now your three is going to be a left hook. And most boxers will tell you to come in and keep your arm tight in an L shape and turn your whole body in that way. You can do it that way. That's the way they try and teach me. But I throw mine much more like a Nick Diaz out here. Just kind of loop it and just, I mean, your bone's not there to give it strength, but your muscle's there, and just kind of wallop. Now, a lot of gyms will tell you that the fourth punch is the right hook. No. The fourth punch is going to be a right uppercut. And once again, boxers like to get in real close and deliver it like that. I keep mine maybe not too far. That's a bit of a reach, but like here. And then your fifth punch is the same thing with the left. And finally, your sixth punch is two types of punches. You have, of course, your right hook. Hope I'm still in shot. And you can also throw that as an overhand. If you're going to do an overhand, do it like Roy Nelson. Pretend like you're going to take the guy down and just go. And it will more or less surprise him. So now punches to the body. You can switch up your jab to just go to the body, kind of hop around. I make sure I'm in range. I throw my punches really complexly, let's say. Usually you want to be going in. You don't want to be moving back and punching because you'll have no power. But what I'll do is I'll be in too far and I'll punch so I have the power and I'll move back. But I'm moving back after the punch. Maybe don't try all that. Just make sure you got enough to where you're doing some damage. Do it 10 times. Same thing with the right hand. reason why I move in and out like that on the body shots is because if this guy's looking to punch me, if he puts his arm down here, the first thing I'm going to do is smoke him. So if I put my arm down here, the first thing he's going to do is smoke me. So think about this arm and kind of hop around, trick him, and get out of the way. Give him a good punch. And make sure you're down and out with your face. That's just how I fight. So yes, the hooks can also be to the body. It's the same punch. My coaches will tell you to get down. So they punch over your head. You're better off tricking them and just throwing it with a little bit of mustard. All right. So combinations can be anything you want. So let's start off with 10 jab straights. See how I'm rotating my body? You really want that rotation. I can move any direction and throw that. Keep your hands up. I mean, there's so many combinations, it's going to be ridiculous, so we'll just cover a few. Let's say you have a jab, right hook. Maybe switch it up, do a right cross left hook. Do 10 of those alternating. Let's try with the same hand. So probably the trickiest thing to do would be like a jab uppercut, because your arm is just, that's all elbow power. That'll make you tired quick. And it's hard to aim the uppercut. If you're having trouble with that, try a jab, left hook. Bring your hand back. Don't just stick it out there. I do that on rare occasions when I'm sparring someone. I'll be kind of keeping him at a distance, and I'll sneak it around his arm. But that's not really what you want to do. What you want to do is bring it back to your face. My whole philosophy was, if you're going to bring that arm back to your face, you might as well sneak a right while you're waiting. It's a little quicker. So let's see. It can be fun to throw both hooks at once. Let me give you a combination to do. Let's do a jab, left, right. Very good. Let's talk about blocking a little bit. Now, if he is throwing a jab or he's straight at you, you want to take that same arm and you can literally push it away with your glove. Maybe move yourself back. It will throw it'll mess up his punch. He won't hit you. But if he throws a hook, well, let's slow it down. I mean, it's kind of weird without a partner, but go ahead and just practice like pretending you're blocking, and you see a fist from the left, you're using your left. You see a fist from your right, his left, my right, my right. And just kind of pretend you're swatting them out of the air. And you're going to have to use a little bit of power to push those hands down. Keep that in mind. You can practice that with somebody. Now when you're blocking a hook or an uppercut, this is very important. You need to cover your head like a pillow. You want this arm flexed and solid so anything can hit it and you're good. So if I jab and he's going to throw a hook, You can even walk into it. Why this blocks an uppercut? Because with a slight adjustment, you can't hit an uppercut either. This is also how you're going to block a head kick. Although be careful with that, because if you block a head kick, some professional fighters are really good at switching their foot to your ribs. Or if you see a kick coming to your ribs and you block like this, you can get hit right in the face with a kick. We'll talk about kicks later, but basically, if you're blocking a kick, you're going to check it with your leg. And most people only check leg kicks. But if a kick is coming to my body, I like to check it and block my head at the same time. So maybe practice a little of that. If it comes from the other way, you don't switch your leg. You take the leg you block with and you move it to the other side. And this will block that angle of kick. So when you see the kick coming, just let's do a couple more combinations, just get a freestyle thing going. I want to talk to you about how I punch. I do not wrap my wrists like most fighters. This wrist is solid. I'm never going to break this wrist. It took a long time to build up. I've seen professional fighters hit the heavy bags like I do, and one of them, who's on The Ultimate Fighter, Adam Sella, actually broke his hand. So don't take it easy, all right? But you need strong grip, solid wrist, and punch the guy like you mean it. It's very easy once you get the rotation. Everything is left to right, getting out of the way. Scared to double up punches. Maybe not the right hook, that's a little weird. Keep that cardio going, and you know how to box.